I feel like we as people with diabetes are so quick to attack people that say, hey, can you eat that? Or, hey, I'm sorry you can't eat that. Or, oh, you have diabetes. I'm sorry you can't eat that. I feel like we're so quick to attack those people and say, no, I don't have type 2 diabetes. I have insulin. I just need to take my insulin for it. And I hate that. I really do. It pisses me off when people say, can you eat that with diabetes? And really for me, it's a matter of limiting myself. I feel like I'm limited when someone says, hey, you can't eat that, or, oh, you can't eat that because you have diabetes. I feel like I'm lesser of a human in my point of view. I feel insecure about it. But what I want to get across is, yes, we can eat those things, that whatever, you're getting attacked for, it could be a Snickers, ice cream, chips, maybe even someone saw fruit and said, hey, can you eat that? That's too much sugar. For me, the way I answer this is I say, I choose not to eat those foods because it makes my life easier and I want to live a healthier life. And a lot of you might be saying, like, okay, I'll eat for those of you who don't know, I eat low carb, high protein, and pretty moderate fat. So, breads and pastas and sweets are all out the window for me. Now I have my treats and my rewards, but for the most part, I do eat low carb. So, I wanna shed it off as, I wanna come off as this is what I choose to do versus what I have to do. Now, if we're looking at, having longevity with diabetes, dosing for candy or crap, we all, whether you're vegan or paleo or keto, whatever you are, if we can all agree on one food that's unhealthy and you're going to dose for it, we know that it's going to be harder to control your blood sugar. And I'm not an expert, but for the most part, now there's some people that want to argue against me, say, no, I have my insulin doses, I know how to calculate for it. Cool, live your life, that's fine. I'm trying to talk about the 99% of people who want to dose for those things, but it's hard for it. So in terms of longevity, it is very hard to calculate those insulin doses and want to eat those things. So the way I respond to those people saying, I just choose not to, I want to live a healthier life, and to be truthful, it does make my life harder when I want to eat other foods. And same goes for people who have celiac disease and can't eat gluten. They can eat gluten, but they'll get hurt. Like, it won't feel good. It's the same thing for someone who, you can't do certain things, but you can. It just, I don't know if that resonates with anyone. You just choose not to because you want to live a healthier life. And I feel like we retaliate against people that don't have diabetes because we're insecure and we feel lesser of humans. And we feel like our disease limits us. And, I can see so many little kids around other little kids that don't know much about this disease or don't have awareness, and they kind of exclude kids, or parents might be like, oh, I'm sorry, little Billy can't eat the fruit snacks. And little Billy might feel really upset and like loned out, a loner, or whatever the case may be, an outcast because of his disease. So it becomes an insecurity that we carry on. So, I want to spread the message that people aren't trying to attack you or make you lesser of a human. They just don't know. I want you to think about this for a minute. Before you were diagnosed with diabetes, what was your knowledge of diabetes? Take a second and think about that for a minute. Your knowledge was, unless you're very smart and intelligent, your knowledge is very limited. As for me, the only thing I knew about diabetes was it had something to do with fat people and sugar and its death. That's what my knowledge was. Now, 3 years later, I'm like speaking a whole different language when I come across someone who has diabetes. So just know that they lack awareness, and it's for your time to shine when those people ask you those questions like, oh, can you eat that? Usually I'm just going to say like, hey, I eat low carb. It's the best way I manage my diabetes. Everybody's a little different, and that's all I really have to say. It's an insecurity, and it's annoying. I hear you. So thanks for listening. See you guys soon.